What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. We're 2 days out before the biggest fight in boxing, featuring two undefeated fighters, fighting at a catch weight of 136 pounds. In one corner, you have regular WBA lightweight champion, Gervonta Tank Davis. And in the other corner, the opposite corner, you have Ryan Garcia, aka King Rye. Now, a lot of people anticipating a very exciting and entertaining fight. They think this is going to be a barn burner. But I'm going to say this fight's going to be about one word. One word is going to describe this fight. If either fighter is to have his hand raised at the end of this fight, this is the key word for each fighter: discipline. Discipline is going to be the deciding factor in this fight. Let me set the stage for you. Ryan Garcia has the best left hook in boxing. If you don't have it, maybe Danny Garcia has it. But he has one or two of the best left hook in boxing. But that's not what's going to win the fight for Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis is going to take away that left hook. He's looking out for that left hook. The scouting report for Ryan Garcia is to take away his left hook and make him use the right hand. Now, Ryan Garcia in his last fight was able to use the right hand against Javier Fortuna very effectively. He's going to have to do that in this fight. He's going to have to control Gervonta Davis with the jab. Double up on the jab and tame Gervonta Tank Davis with the right hand. Once you get him to respect the right hand, then that'll set the stage for you to land your money punch, the left hook. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis is going to have to do two things and do two things at a high level. He's going to have to be either all the way in, and when he's all the way in, he's got to make Ryan Garcia pay a price, or he's got to be all the way out. He can't be in mid-range because of the length of Ryan Garcia. If you're in mid-range, you might as well be in danger zone when you're in mid-range. See, mid-range, and a lot of times the fighter wants to be in mid-range, and that's where you can get your offense out and stay out of harm's way. You can't do that with Ryan Garcia. The guy's very long. When you see him throw that left hook, he's throwing that left hook from a distance. He can land it in close range, and he can land it from a distance. In both ways, he can do damage. So you got to be either all the way in or all the way out. Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis must get inside. And once he gets inside, he must go to the body. He must set the stage for his money punch is the uppercut. If he can land that, then he'll be very, very effective. His chances of winning would be very, very strong. Again, Ryan Garcia must be able to fight at a high level. He must be able to cut the ring off. Because Gervonta Tank Davis is a complete fighter. He can fight coming forward, and he can fight going backwards, my bad. Gervonta Tank Davis is a guy that's going to be trying to figure out his opponent. He's what you call a notorious slow starter. He's downloading information, he's seeing what his opponent brings to the table, and then he starts to turn up the pressure as we get toward the mid part of the fight and in the second half of the fight. He'll be looking to do that with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia must be patient. He cannot be reckless in this fight because this is the type of fight that either fighter makes a mistake, it could be costly. So again, Gervonta Tank Davis has got to be either all the way in, going to the body with Ryan Garcia, all the way out. He cannot be in mid-range. If he's in mid-range, he's in a bad place. Make no mistake about it. This is a very, very intriguing matchup. Ryan Garcia is a guy that goes back in a straight line. He keeps his chin up high instead of tucked. Now, he's changed trainers. He had that problem with Eddie Reynoso. But if Goosen is being smart and having the proper training camp for Ryan Garcia, they've worked on those things and keeping his chin down. You know, I think some of the fighters, they have like a tennis ball up under their neck, and they just, keeping that chin all the way up down, putting that pressure on that tennis ball, where the tennis ball is between the bottom of their chin and their esophagus area. And they just, they fight round after round after round doing sparring, doing that. That could help Ryan Garcia as far as that goes. Because if he comes out there and gets caught with the shot he got caught with versus Luke Campbell, where he got caught with his chin in there, and he was able to get lined up by Luke Campbell, if he get caught with that same shot with Gervonta Tank Davis, it could be good night for Ryan Garcia. Now, he was able to get up versus Luke Campbell and pretty much take control of that round and control the majority of that fight and ultimately stop Luke Campbell, but he can't be afforded that against Gervonta Tank Davis, who is one of the best finishers in boxing. I think this fight, when it starts off, I think it'll be the Ryan Garcia show. I think he will control the fight with the jab. I think he will get Gervonta Tank Davis respect with the right hand, and he'll be able to control Gervonta Tank Davis from a distance. But again, I think Gervonta Tank Davis, as the fight goes on, will be able to start timing that jab, start getting closer, which will be all the way in, start landing those body shots, and start to break down Ryan Garcia. I just think that Gervonta Tank Davis is used to fighting higher caliber opponents. I think as the fight goes on, he'll be a little bit more comfortable. I think Ryan Garcia will be less comfortable because both fighters are fighting guys that are the best fighters on their resumes. But Gervonta Tank Davis, make no mistake about it, has been in there with the better competition. And you look back on the fight with Mario Barrios, that fight was fought at a high level, but he was ultimately able to stop Mario Barrios because his power carries from round 1 to round 12. And I think Ryan Garcia, we don't know that to be the case because he's never had to go 12 rounds in a lot of his fights. A lot of his fights end early. Now, he's been 12 rounds early on in his career, but here lately he has stopped most of his opponents. He stopped Luke Campbell, he stopped Fortuna, he stopped Fonseca, guys of that caliber. Well, Tago was able to put on his track shoes and run, but he, again, like I said earlier in this video, he's got to learn how to cut the ring off, and he's got to be able to do that with Gervonta Tank Davis, because Gervonta Tank Davis, in my opinion, definitely going to come out in this fight very cautious, looking to see what Ryan Garcia brings to the table. And as the fight goes on, he'll be looking to pick off Ryan Garcia, and he'll be able to go to the body again when he's in close, and slowly but surely turn it into a classic Gervonta Tank Davis, where he kind of takes over in the second half of the fight and ultimately stops his opponent when he's fighting guys that are, good to elite level, as we seen in the Barrios fight, as we seen in the Hector Garcia fight, and we seen it a little bit earlier in the Leo Santa Cruz fight, as Leo Santa Cruz got caught up in that corner and got set up for the uppercut and got knocked out viciously. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But I got Gervonta Tank Davis by 11th round stoppage. And at the time, I believe Ryan Garcia might be slightly ahead. It could be like, it might be 5-5, or it could be 6-4 Ryan Garcia going into that 11th round. But I just think that Gervonta Tank Davis, just with his style of fighting, being comfortable, I think he'll be a little bit more of the fresher fighter. I think Ryan Garcia's got to really be careful about being too amped up for this fight, having nervous energy, and that could play a part later on in the fight. A lot of people thinking him having to cut weight, make 136 pounds could play a factor. I don't think that's going to be a problem. He looked very good at the grand arrival. He's in tremendous shape. He's a young guy. I don't think the weight cut's going to be any problem for Ryan Garcia. I just think that you fighting the fight on this level, up under the bright lights, fighting a guy with this skill set, a guy with this high boxing IQ, he puts not only a lot of physical pressure on you, but he puts a lot of mental pressure on you, and it's draining. I just think that in the 11th round, I think the wear and tear of the fight and the magnitude of the fight will finally catch up to a somewhat green Ryan Garcia, but a game Ryan Garcia, and I look for Gervonta Tank Davis to stop him in the 11th round. One thing I got to say about the PBC and the Zone, I'm glad these guys came and worked together, put on this mega matchup. The one thing these guys got to do is, got to look at is putting these fights on better dates. Because this fight's going to be going head up with the NBA playoffs. It's going to be going head up with Memphis at the Los Angeles Lakers. That means it's going to be going head up with LeBron James. So that's going to probably hurt the numbers. I know a lot of people out here saying this fight going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys, or the fight's going to do 1 million pay-per-view buys. I think the goal should be for this fight to do around 500,000 pay-per-view buys. But again, with the illegal streaming and the piracy, that could play a big part. And then again, you're going head-to-head with LeBron James in an NBA playoff game in a series that's tied 1-1. So a lot of people are going to be watching that fight. Watching that game. That game's going to be on ESPN. It comes on around 9 o'clock Central Time. So that game's still going to be going on by the time Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia square off. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Let me know in the comment section who you like in this fight. If you think the fight ends in knockout or stoppage, referee stops it, give me the round in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Follow me on Facebook, Gerard Briscoe. Like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. And I'll holla.